2.39. His postseason ERA is 4.09.
Right, and he's been kind of mixed. He hasn't been awful in the postseason. He just hasn't been 2.39, right? And so I think it has a lot to do with the offenses that they're seeing, and it has something to do, I think, with the pressure that the tension that's involved in postseason and especially World Series competition. There's no question that will figure in, but I don't know that anybody whose name wasn't Koufax or Gibson didn't pitched as well has ever pitched as well in the postseason. I mean, there have been guys, Jack Morris, has had the one great game and had a great World Series in '84 when the Tigers won, but he also he took his lumps a couple of times too. It's not game's not that easy.
Madison Bumgarner was one guy who really seemed to pitch as well or better in the postseason. Andy Pettitte was another guy who did very well. Smoltz did very well, even though the Braves are known for not winning many World Series. Sandy Koufax did it, but most guys do give up more runs against the kind of Cal.
Yeah,
they're also mostly workhorses who might be a little tired by the time they get to October.
I think that's a great point too. I mean, all the studs that you would look for to be your aces in the World Series have pitched 200 innings. Or close to it, and if they hadn't been hurt, and so fatigue's probably got a little bit to do with that. But I just have to tell you, when you get into the postseason, you're going to face hitters that hit mistakes. There's just no question, and you've got to be so good so much of the time. And I think back to your David Price point, or David Price question, he has good stuff, but he really relies on location, as do all pitchers, but he as much as anybody, and maybe even more. And I just think if your location's off against good hitters, it's not going to work out well for you. Yeah, I think that's just for whatever reason. Now, whether the tension of the moment, the games, affects a guy's ability to command his pitches, I really don't know. It's impossible to say.
Let's get a final thought from Roy once again. Download before you listen if you can. Use the promo code Vikings2018 on Saturday or Sunday to get $10 off your BiteSquad.com order. If you haven't ordered from Bite Squad before and you want to get free delivery during the week, use the promo code TalkNorth. Thanks to Berry Coffee, berrycoffee.com, WizKids.tech. By the way, WizKids.tech has a cool new billboard on Washington Avenue. They're obviously doing very well. And thanks to Tony Hoagland, our friend and our State Farm agent from Champlin. Final thought, Roy.
Watch this World Series. I know there are a lot of people that are somewhat disgusted that it's A, the Dodgers, and B, the Red Sox. But I think everybody but the networks was kind of pulling for a middle-of-the-country World Series with the Brewers and the Astros. But let's enjoy these storied franchises who have worthy teams, worthy lineups and starting pitching, going against each other in two great ballparks. It's going to be the classic, can Mickey Mantle hit Sandy Koufax or not, kind of World Series. It's going to be Kershaw against a great hitting Red Sox team. It's going to be young Walker Buehler, who's got as good a stuff as there is in the game, against a great Red Sox team. It's going to be Sale and Price and how they do in the postseason against a right-handed heavy lineup, all of whom can hit the ball out of the ballpark. I just don't think going into this, as you look at all that stuff, I don't think you could ask for a whole lot more.
No, it's going to be a blast, and it'll be a blast to talk about it again next week with Roy. Follow Roy on Twitter, by the way, at Roy Smalley 5, Roy Smalley numeral 5, to catch all of his postseason analysis. Thanks to everybody listening to talknorth.com and Roy Smalley's Chin Music, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition, my condition.